Okay, so get this. The average millionaire has like 7 different income streams.
Wow.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah.
Especially when you think about how most Americans are just living paycheck to
Yeah,
paycheck.
it's like 76% rely on just one paycheck.
I mean, that statistic kind of makes me feel a little stressed out just hearing it.
Oh, yeah.
Like one job is enough to handle, right?
Yeah.
How do people even find the time and energy to juggle multiple things like that?
Yeah, I totally get that. It can definitely feel overwhelming at first.
Yep.
I think the key is to remember that you don't have to go from 0 to 7 overnight, right?
Yep.
It's not about building this huge empire all at once.
Right.
It's more about creating a safety net for yourself.
That makes sense.
Gradually building that financial security so you've got options and possibilities.
Yeah, but even the thought of a side hustle,
Mhm.
I mean, that just sounds exhausting.
Right.
Between work, family, and trying to have a life, where do you even begin?
Okay, so you've got to start by shifting your mindset a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
It's not about adding another full-time job to your plate. It's more about finding these little opportunities that fit into your existing life.
So I don't need to be like, buying real estate and launching businesses and all this crazy stuff.
Exactly. There are so many different ways to approach this, and some of them are surprisingly low effort.
Really?
Yeah. Let's talk about passive income for a second.
Okay, wait. Passive income. Isn't that kind of a myth?
It's definitely romanticized.
Yeah.
It's not about getting rich quick, but it is a real thing.
Okay.
It's basically generating earnings without having to constantly work for it.
Okay. That sounds a lot better than my 9 to 5.
Right.
So what are some realistic examples of that, especially for someone just starting out?
All right, so let's start with dividend stocks.
Okay.
You buy shares of a company, and if that company is profitable, they distribute a portion of their earnings to shareholders.
So wait, just by owning a piece of the company, I could get paid regularly?
Exactly. And the beauty is, you don't have to actively manage those investments once you've bought the stock. They just kind of tick along in the background, potentially growing in value A&D, providing you with some income.
I can see how that could be good for long-term stuff. What other options are there?
Another interesting one is affiliate marketing.
Okay.
So think about products and services that you use and you genuinely love.
Like my favorite coffee shop.
Exactly. With affiliate marketing, you basically recommend these products to other people, and if they make a purchase through your unique link, you get a commission.
So I could actually make money just by talking about how much I love my coffee.
Pretty much. It's a way to monetize your passions
Likely.
and your recommendations.
Okay.
And it can be as simple as sharing a link on social media or mentioning it in a blog post.
It seems like a lot of these have to do with things we're already doing anyway.
Yeah, you're catching on. Passive income is often about finding creative ways to leverage your existing interests.
Okay.
Another example is creating and selling digital products.
Okay. But I'm not really an expert in anything.
You might be surprised. Do you have any kind of unique skills or knowledge?
I mean, I am very good at organizing my spice rack.
You know what? That could be a digital product.
Oh, really?
Maybe you create a guide to spice organization or offer virtual pantry makeovers. The point is to lean into your strengths,
Okay.
even if they seem a little quirky at first.
I like that.
Yeah.
But wouldn't making those digital products take a lot of time and effort?
Yeah, it does require some initial investment,
Right.
but the beauty of digital products is that once you've created them, you can sell them over and over again. Imagine writing an ebook once
Okay.
and having it generate income for months or even years.
Okay, now you're speaking my language. What if I'm not ready for digital products yet?
That's totally fine. There are definitely other income streams that are more beginner-friendly and require less upfront investment.
Like what?
Freelancing is a good one.
Freelancing always seemed kind of scary to me.
Yeah,
Like, isn't it hard to find clients and all that?
it's more accessible than you might think, especially with all these online platforms that connect freelancers with potential clients.
Oh, really? Yeah. Whether you're a writer, graphic designer, virtual assistant, whatever, there are opportunities out there.
So instead of having to network and find people myself, I could just use those platforms.
Exactly. They give you structure and support.
Okay, I'm adding freelancing to my list. What else?
If you're already working in a specific field, have you considered consulting or coaching?
Don't you need a bunch of degrees for that?
Not necessarily. A lot of people are looking for practical guidance and advice
Okay.
from someone with real-world experience. You'd be surprised how much your existing knowledge is worth.
So I could get paid to just share what I know.
Absolutely.
That's kind of amazing. Okay, any other ideas?
Have you heard of peer-to-peer lending?
No.
It's basically where you become the lender.
Like a bank.
Kinda.
Ah,
You connect with borrowers through platforms like Lending Club or Prosper.
isn't that risky?
It does have some risks, just like any investment,
Right.
but these platforms give you tools to assess borrower risk and diversify your loans.
So you don't have to put all your eggs in one basket. Exactly.
Okay, what about the earning potential on that?
The interest rates on those loans are typically higher than what you'd get from a savings account.
Okay,
So there is potential there.
wow. I'm feeling a little overwhelmed with all these possibilities, but in a good way. I never realized there were so many options out there.
That's the whole point. It's about realizing you have options and then taking those first steps to explore them.
Okay, I like that.
Oh,
But what are some common mistakes people make when they try to do this?
oh, that's a great question. One of the biggest ones is adding new income streams too quickly.
So don't quit my day job just yet.
Probably not. You want to make sure your primary source of income is stable and secure before branching out.
Makes sense.
Makes sense?
Okay.
Another common trap is overcomplicating things.
Okay.
Especially when you're first starting out, try to keep your new ventures simple and manageable.
So don't go trying to launch 5 different businesses at once.
Exactly. Focus on one or two things.
Okay.
Get those running smoothly, and then you can add more to your plate if you want.
Got it. So it's about balance.
Exactly. Diversifying without spreading yourself too thin.
Okay. This is all making a lot more sense now.
Yeah.
But I'm curious about the earning potential. Realistically, how much can someone expect to make from these side hustles and passive income things?
Well, the data shows that the average monthly income from side hustles in 2024 was $891.
Wow.
But of course, that varies widely depending on the type of side hustle and how much time you're putting in.
Okay.
It's probably not going to replace your full-time income right away,
Right.
but it can make a big difference.
Yeah.
Every dollar you earn from a side hustle is a dollar that's not coming from your primary job.
True. Have you seen any real-life examples of this working out for people?
Oh, tons. I was just talking to this woman who started selling handmade jewelry online as a side hustle.
Okay.
She had a full-time job she didn't love,
Right.
but she was really passionate about her craft. Within a year, her side hustle was actually making more than her day job.
Really?
Yeah. She was able to quit and focus on her business full-time.
That's so cool. It really shows that this isn't just some fantasy.
Exactly. It's totally achievable.
Yeah.
And it's not even just about making more money. It's about having options and pursuing your passions.
I like that.
That's what's so exciting about building multiple income streams. It can open up so many possibilities.
Yeah.
So you're ready to start building those income streams.
I think so.
That's awesome.
But where do I even start? You've given me all these options now. I don't know what to pick.
It's like you're standing at a buffet, right?
Yes.
With an empty plate and so many choices.
Okay, so how do I choose what to put on my plate?
Well, just like with food,
Yeah.
not every income stream is going to be equally appealing or nourishing for everyone.
Okay, so how do I figure out which ones are right for me?
You got to start with a little bit of self-reflection.
Yeah.
What are you naturally good at? What do you enjoy doing? Even if it's just a hobby. What kind of skills or knowledge do you have that other people might actually pay for?
I mean, I did mention the spice rack thing.
Right.
Maybe I could turn that into something.
You totally could. Maybe a digital guide to spice organization, or you offer virtual pantry makeovers.
Okay.
The point is to lean into those strengths and passions,
Okay.
because that's going to make this whole journey more enjoyable.
I like that. But what about practical things?
Yeah.
Like time and money.
Absolutely.
How much can I actually invest?
That's a crucial factor. Some income streams, like starting a blog or a YouTube channel,
Okay.
those require more time up front,
Right.
but they have the potential for really big long-term returns.
Okay.
Others, like freelance writing or virtual assisting,
Yeah.
might give you more immediate income,
Yeah.
but they require that consistent effort.
So it depends on what my goals are.
Exactly. And don't forget about your risk tolerance.
Oh, right.
Some things are riskier than others,
Yeah, like investing.
right? Investing in stocks or real estate always comes with risk,
Right.
whereas creating and selling digital products might feel a little bit safer.
So I need to figure out my own personal risk level.
Absolutely. You're creating your own personal income stream portfolio.
I like that. And the best part is I can always change it up, right?
You got it. You can adapt as you learn and grow.
Okay, this is making me feel a lot better.
Yeah.
So let's say I've narrowed it down to a few promising ideas. What's next?
Time to create an action plan.
Oh, I love a good plan.
And any good plan starts with setting goals.
Goals. Okay.
What do you want to achieve with these income streams?
Financial freedom. Early retirement. World domination.
Well, maybe not world domination,
Okay.
but definitely financial freedom.
Yeah.
Are you looking for extra spending money, or are you trying to replace your full-time income?
So I got to define what success looks like for me.
Exactly. Having a specific target will help you stay motivated.
Makes sense. What's next?
Research, research,
Mhm.
research.
Okay, yeah.
You got to dig deep into those income streams you've chosen and learn everything you can about them.
So if I'm thinking about starting a blog,
Yeah.
what kind of research should I be doing?
You'd want to look into things like, what are the most popular blogging platforms?
Okay.
What kind of content performs well in your niche? How do bloggers actually make money?
So it's like I'm learning the rules of the game.
You got it. And there are tons of resources out there to help you: blogs, podcasts, online courses, even just good old-fashioned books.
It doesn't have to be a solo mission.
Not at all. There's a whole community of people out there who are already doing this stuff.
Okay.
Connect with other bloggers, freelancers, investors, whoever it is you're interested in.
A support system.
Exactly.
Learn from their experiences.
Okay.
Avoid their mistakes.
All right. Action plan goals. Research support system. Check, check, check. What's next?
Time to break those big goals down into smaller, actionable steps.
Ooh, to-do list time.
Exactly.
But how do you break down something big like launching a blog into smaller steps?
Think about the essential elements of a blog.
Yeah.
You need a platform,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
You need a domain name hosting content, a way to promote that content, and so on.
Each of those elements can be broken down into even smaller tasks.
So instead of thinking about the whole thing at once, I could just focus on those little pieces.
Exactly. And once you've got those smaller steps, you can start to actually schedule them into your week.
Wait, so I should put income-building activities on my calendar?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Really?
If you're serious about this, you got to treat it like any other important commitment in your life.
Oh.
Like going to the gym or going to a doctor's appointment.
It's about making time.
Exactly. And being consistent. Even just 30 minutes a day can make a huge difference over time.
This is making me realize how much of this is mental. It's about thinking differently about my time and my resources.
You're so right. It's about shifting from that scarcity mindset,
Scarcity.
like you don't have enough time or enough money,
Right.
to an abundance mindset where you believe you can create the life you want.
One step at a time.
Exactly.
Oh.
And remember, there are no overnight successes. This is a marathon, not a sprint.
Okay, I'm feeling pumped. But we got to talk about the risks, because not every idea is going to be a winner, right?
You're absolutely right. Risk management is key.
How do I balance my excitement with being cautious?
It really comes down to understanding the specific risks for each income stream you're thinking about.
Okay, so like with investing, what are some of the risks?
Well, you could lose money. The stock market can be unpredictable, and real estate values go up and down. It's important to really do your homework, understand how things work, and only invest what you can afford to lose.
So no betting the rent money on a meme stock.
Exactly. And with other things like starting a business or freelancing, there are risks too. Like maybe there's a lot of competition, or the market's already saturated, or you just don't make enough to make it worth your time.
Okay, so there's always going to be some risk.
Yeah.
But how do we manage that risk so it doesn't ruin everything?
One way is to diversify. Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Right, so if one thing isn't working out, I have other things to fall back on.
Exactly. It creates a safety net and makes you less vulnerable financially.
I like that. Any other tips for managing risk?
Yeah, start small. Don't go all in on something new until you've tested it out and you know it works.
So dip my toes in the water before I jump in head first.
Exactly. Test the waters. Learn as you go.
Okay, I'm feeling a lot more prepared now we've talked about risk. It's a good reminder that things might not always go perfectly. But with the right approach, we can handle those challenges.
Absolutely. And remember, we're here to help you along the way.
All right, so we've covered choosing the right income streams, making a plan, and managing risks. Now I want to know, what can we actually do this week to get started?
I love that question because action is everything. Remember, we're not just here to talk about this stuff. We want you to actually make changes.
Okay, I'm ready for action.
Yeah.
But if I had to pick one thing to focus on this week, what should it be?
If you haven't already, I'd say this week is all about making sure your primary income is solid.
Wait, I thought we were talking about side hustles and passive income.
We are. But your main job, that's your foundation. It's what gives you the stability to try new things without putting too much pressure on yourself.
Okay, so before I go chasing those new income streams, I need to make sure my current situation is good.
Exactly. This week, think about how you can maximize your primary income. Can you ask for a raise? Maybe negotiate a better contract? Or look for a higher paying job in your field?
Okay, that makes sense. Strengthen the base before you build on top of it.
Yeah.
What if my primary income is already pretty good?
Then this week is all about choosing your adventure. Pick one side hustle or passive income idea that really excites you.
How do I know if it's the right one?
Does it light you up? Can you see yourself doing it even when you're not feeling motivated? Does it fit with your skills and interests?
So it's not just about the money. It's got to be something I actually enjoy.
Exactly. This is about creating a life you love, not just a bigger bank account.
Okay, I'm going to give freelance writing a try. Now what?
This week, do some research about freelance writing.
Like how to find clients and what rates to charge.
Exactly. Learn everything you can. Read blogs, listen to podcasts, talk to other freelancers. The more you know, the more confident you'll be.
Okay, research it is. What else?
Start setting things up. For freelance writing, that might mean putting together a portfolio of your work, making a profile on a freelancing platform, or even just reaching out to a few potential clients.
So just start taking those first steps.
Exactly. Even if they seem small, just get the ball rolling.
Okay, I'm on it. But how long until I see results?
It's important to celebrate those wins, but also manage your expectations. This stuff takes time.
No overnight millions?
Probably not, but that's okay. Slow and steady wins the race, and the rewards are worth it.
Okay, patience, patience. But how do I know if I'm on the right track?
For freelance writing, some early signs might be getting your first client, getting positive feedback on your work, or hitting a certain income goal you've set for yourself.
Okay, so those are things to look out for. It's a journey with ups and downs. But as long as I'm moving forward, that's what matters.
Exactly. And we're here to support you every step of the way.
Well, I'm feeling super inspired to get started. This has been amazing. You've taken something that seemed really overwhelming and made it feel totally doable.
That's what we like to hear. Because ultimately, it's not just about the money, it's about freedom, flexibility, and security.
And on that note, we have a challenge for you. What's one thing you can do this week to start building your second income stream? Write it down, put it on your calendar, and make it happen. Remember, even the longest journey starts with a single step. And that step could lead you to a life you never imagined.